Alright, this is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and today we're going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to be meeting up with a local four-wheel drive group in the area called Central Oregon Land Cruisers, and they've put together a big cleanup project today on the public lands. Now, nothing makes me madder than seeing garbage on our public lands. It's such an amazing resource that we have, and I feel like we should definitely cherish it and take care of it as best we can. So today, I'm going to be joining them and helping them out clean up an area called Coyote Butte just outside of Bend. Alright guys, so as you can see, there's getting to be quite a crowd of people coming here to clean up, and that's pretty exciting. Now the unfortunate thing is a lot of what we're here to clean up, as you can see, is old targets that have been left behind. There's shotgun shell casings everywhere, broken glass people have shot up, other trash and things that people have just basically left behind. But most of this trash and stuff that's here is basically because of people coming up here and using this for target practice. Now I have absolutely zero problem with people coming into a spot like this and shooting guns and practicing their guns and everything, but clean up after yourself. You know, if you really want to fight for the Second Amendment, you know, one of the first things that you can do is lead by good example. And when you come into an area like this and you know, use your gun and shoot some and do some shooting, you know, make sure you pick up all your shells. If you bring something in to shoot at or shoot up, that's fine. Make sure but take it out, clean it up, make sure you leave nothing behind. The big problem is if we continue to do this kind of irresponsible shooting, pretty soon the BLMs and the other public lands are going to get shut down to shooting, and then where are we going to be? So anyhow, definitely take some thought into what you're doing when you go out in the public lands and you use them, you know, do some target practice. Make sure that you clean up after yourself and really, again, take care of this awesome resource that we have. All right, so they're kind of wrapping up the operations here. There's definitely some more that could be done, but man, they made a huge dent in this and cleaned up a lot of garbage. They're feeding everybody now, but man, I tell you what, the wind really kicked up this afternoon, and in this parking lot with all the cars and this dirt being real fine, it's kind of a bit miserable to be standing out there. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take the dogs, and we're going to get out of here and go see if we can't find a place to hold up for the night. Well, it looks like the cleanup efforts continue in this new spot that I have come to camp at. There's beer cans everywhere, beer bottles. It doesn't look like this is a spot that anybody's camped in a very long time, but whenever somebody did camp here last, they left a big mess. But I do like this spot a lot because I don't know if you guys can see it specifically with this lens because it's pretty wide angle, but there is a gorgeous view of the Three Sisters and Broken Top behind me, and there's been a picture that I've been wanting to try to capture for a little bit, and especially since I got this orange trailer. I've been looking to find a really nice camp that had a really nice backdrop that I could redo my banner photos for my social media accounts. So I think this is gonna work out, at least, or I'm gonna make it, try a couple photos and see if I can make it work out. But anyways, I've got a bunch of stuff to do here. Like I said, it's kind of just a mess. You can tell, like I said, that there used to be camp here, or somebody has camped here. You can see some cut firewood, an old fire pit, but for the most part it's just kind of a mess. I did get all the garbage picked up, and like I said, this entire bag is full of nothing but garbage that I picked up in this camp. So, and then on top of that, this chair was here as well, but I'll take it all out with me and make sure that when I leave that this place is all cleaned up and looking nice. But I need to finish getting this camp set up because I do want to try to get this shot before the sun sets, and I think I got about maybe 2.5 hours or so before that happens. All right, so camp is pretty well set up and looking pretty picturesque. I think it's gonna make a great photo for my banners, for my Facebook and Instagram and website and all that good stuff. But I've got probably about another hour of the sun actually still being out. So before it drops down and before I take my photo, I think I'm gonna do one more thing, and that is I'm gonna take a quick shower. All right, so I've got my camera set up on the truck and the trailer and everything, and I've got the mountain in the background, and the sun is lighting up the mountain really nice, and it's gonna look really cool. The only thing that I'm a little bit bummed about, or a little bit concerned, that I think is gonna take away from this photo a little bit, is the truck and the trailer are completely in shade. Now, I'm gonna try to combat that a little bit by using my Nisi filter system and using my graduated filter so I can cut some of the exposure in the sky so I can bring the exposure up on the truck and on the trailer and everything. I also have my polarizer on, and with where the position of the sun is hitting the way that's hitting the mountain, it's really making that mountain pop in the background. So I really do still think it's gonna be a great photo. I just wish that there was some natural light hitting the truck and the trailer, sorry. Now, one of the other challenges I'm gonna have with this picture is I wanna be in the picture. So what I'm going to do is use my interval timer. And what that means is it's basically the same function of the camera that I use for making time lapses. It just tells the camera to take a picture at a specific interval that I set, and it continues to take those pictures until it gets to the number that I've told it, which typically for most time lapses I do, I have it take about 280 photos. That gives me plenty of time to make a 4-second time lapse. But in this case, I won't need to make that many. I've got it set for 2 seconds. So basically it's gonna take a picture every 2 seconds. And the reason why I like doing this over setting, like say a 10-second timer, just a typical 10-second timer, is oftentimes when you do it like a regular timer, you get over there and you hear the camera like beep, 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 beep. And then you know when it's gonna take a picture and you get kind of all in a weird pose. So by doing this, it allows me to kind of move around naturally, and then that way what happens is I end up with 20 to 30 photos that I can go back and look at Lightroom and pick the one that I feel like my pose and posture look the best. So anyways, that's what we're gonna do. Now the other settings on the camera, we do have my 85mm lens, and the reason why I have the 85 on here is because I'm trying to pull that mountain really into the scene. I really want that to be a very prominent feature in the photo. So we actually are stood back here quite a ways. We're probably almost 20 yards away from the truck and pickup because of the fact I am using this 85, and we're so far this far back, and that's just to get everything in the frame. The other settings that I'm doing right now is we are set at 1/250 of a second. And the reason why I like to be at 1/250 of a second is because we're gonna have some fire in this shot, and also I'm gonna be in the shot, and I wanna make sure that any movement that I make doesn't end up blurred out. The other settings are I'm at 1/8, f1/8. Now, I'm gonna stack this. So I actually already off camera took a couple of shots of the mountain with everything focused on the mountain. Now these shots are gonna be just only focused on the truck and trailer. So I'm doing 1/8 because of the fact that I'm trying to keep my shutter speed up pretty high, but like I told you earlier, the truck's kind of in shadow, so I'm trying to get some light up on the truck without raising my ISO too much. And even as it is, with it at 1/8 and 2/50th of a second, I'm still at ISO 250, but that's not bad. With the D850, that's gonna be no issue whatsoever. So anyhow, enough jabbering around here. Let's get this interval timer going and get it taking some pictures, and let's go off and get this photo done, because we are definitely almost out of light. And I tell you what, a shower and a hot meal can really make you feel like a new person. Having all that, it was just windy and dusty today, and man, I just felt thick with dust all over me, and now I feel great. But I am getting a little bit tired, and I was thinking about maybe just relaxing for the rest of the evening. It's been kind of a go day, and then I drove quite a ways to get to this location, hoping to actually to get into another spot. There was a couple spots I checked out that I wanted to get into, but being that it was such a nice weekend or a nice day, that they're already occupied with other campers. So I just happened to drive up this way and found this spot. I've never been here before. This is a fantastic spot. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful view of the mountain, the Three Sisters. And even with the sun gone down, it's still just in the twilight and the blue hour. It's just absolutely fantastic, really nice. I did shoot another picture just off camera real quick while I was making dinner. The mountain, it was just too beautiful not to. But I'll definitely keep this. This will definitely get marked on the Backcountry Navigator as a good camping spot to return to. But as it is, I think I'm going to, like I said, it's been just a go day, and I'm kind of wiped out, and I think I'm just going to enjoy a little Pendleton, enjoy this fire for a little bit, and then once it finally does get dark, I think we'll slip on up into the tent and crash out for the night. So we'll catch you guys in the morning. Man, I tell you what, guys, what a gorgeous, gorgeous morning I've woken up to. And I'm going to show you a quick picture here that I took this morning, but this was what I saw as soon as I opened my eyes this morning. Just an absolutely gorgeous view of the Three Sisters. I can't believe how I lucked into this camp spot. I actually, like I said, I had a couple other spots in mind. I went to go check them. People were already camped there, and I was legitimately bummed out, like really bummed out. I was like, I really wanted to camp there. And in all honesty, this spot blows those two spots away, in my opinion. The only thing that was going to be nice about those is I was going to be camped right along a flowing creek. Now I actually do have a flowing creek next to me, and that's why I headed this way, because I was looking at Backcountry Navigator and I saw there was a creek up this way, up this road, so I just headed up here. Now there is, but it's pretty brushed in and fairly inaccessible right at the moment. Man, the view though, the view of the mountain is absolutely ridiculously beautiful. So no complaints. Absolutely love this spot. It's definitely going into the Backcountry Navigator waypoints as a favorite spot to come to. But anyways, I've had breakfast. I'm just kind of chilling and drink some coffee, letting my fire dwindle down. I'm in no hurry to leave. In fact, I've got a little bit of computer work to do today, but thanks to my little P3 solar box that I have that you guys have seen before, I think I'm just gonna do it here. I'm just gonna sit here until I absolutely have to leave, and because I do have some work to do tomorrow where I have to be at some different locations, so I'll have to leave tonight. But I think I'm just gonna kick back today and just enjoy this day and this beautiful spot. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys took something from this video. Is just make sure if you pack it in, pack it out. If you're gonna go shooting, definitely have a good time, shoot away, but just clean up after yourself and don't leave a big mess. And let's make sure we keep these public lands open, because this is super rad and we don't want to lose it. So anyhow, if you liked the video, give it a like. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those down below, and I'll catch you guys again outside.